Greetings aspirants, welcome to Narayana IAS, the one-stop destination for UPSC Civil Service Examination. In this particular session of Daily News Analysis, we will be doing the theme-based discussion over various aspects of the interim budget that has been presented yesterday by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. In this theme-based analysis, whatever we do, we will first discuss the basis of this particular requirement called annual financial statement or the budget, and then we will move into certain specific themes as has been mentioned in this particular budget. Before moving ahead into our discussion, dear aspirants, if you like our initiative, please like, share and comment on this particular video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Narayana IAS. We'll move to the first theme, that is the constitutional framework. We are calling this particular budget as interim budget, and this interim budget, as you are calling it, is because of one particular fact. We know that the 5-year term of the incumbent government is ending, and in May we will be going to what is referred to as general elections. So whatever the approval that the government is trying to get for her expenditure purposes and also for raising the income to meet those expenditures is going to be only for these few months, and hence this is referred to as interim budget. And as you clearly see that post the elections, the new government would come in, and as the new government would come in, it will have its own what is referred to as full budget that would be brought before both the houses of parliament. We will now look at the constitutional and legislative framework related to budget, and we will see why the way in which the budget is done in that particular way alone. Look at the three components of the budget. Whenever the budget is presented, there are three things that you will see. One is the annual financial statement as recommended by the Constitution. Number two, the demand for grants, again as recommended by the Constitution. And number three, both of these put together will be brought before the Lok Sabha in the form of what is referred to as finance bill, financing the required expenditure that the government is trying to meet up in these particular months. As you clearly see, apart from these documents which are mandated by the Constitution, within the entire budget statement, you will also see that the documents which are mandated by Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2003 will also be incorporated. There are two such important documents which are incorporated. One is the macroeconomic framework statement, and the second one is the medium-term fiscal policy strategy statement. Both of these, as I said, are recommended by the FRBM Act 2003. Third one, based on both of these documents, the government will also present some of the documents which are referred to as explanatory documents. One such explanatory document is the expenditure budget. The second such explanatory document is the receipt budget, which is to meet this expenditure budget. And number three, you also have what is referred to as expenditure profile. This has certain important context because of which it is being referred to as expenditure profile. We will look into it once we move ahead with our discussion. And number four, you will also have what is referred to as budget at a glance, which gives you the macro picture of this particular budget. And number five, you also have some of the key features that have been presented in this particular document referred to as key features of budget 2024-2025, that is the interim budget. Along with this, as the government has already presented an annual budget in the previous financial year, it will also come up with what is referred to as implementation of budget announcements during this particular financial year of 2023-2024 and how far this output and outcomes have been achieved. The entire sums related to the annual financial budget or outlays related to the annual financial budget would be hovering around the three important funds which are defined under the constitutional framework. The first such fund is referred to as the Consolidated Fund of India. The second such fund is referred to as the Public Account of India, and the third one is referred to as Contingency Fund of India. We know that Article 266 and Article 267 define three of these particular accounts which are defined within the Constitution. What is this Consolidated Fund of India? Consolidated Fund of India will have all those components wherein whatever the revenues or the taxes that the government is collecting, it will have also the loans which are borrowed by it from RBI